Welcome to Global Update. Today we're diving into the concerning performance of Cuban athletes at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. It was the country's worst showing in over half a century. Is this just a stroke of bad luck, or are we witnessing a deeper problem that threatens the future of Cuban sports? Join us as we find out. Cuba finished the Paris 2024 Olympic Games with a disappointing performance. 2 gold medals, 1 silver, and 6 bronze. Despite the historic achievement of Miguel Lopez, who became the only athlete to win 5 consecutive Olympic gold medals in Greco-Roman wrestling, the country's overall performance was the worst since Munich 1972. This leaves a bitter feeling of dissatisfaction within the Cuban delegation, which had hoped for a better outcome. For the first time since Mexico City 1968, Cuba finished outside the top 20 in the Olympic medal standings. An alarming fact for a country that has made sports one of its greatest symbols since the revolution of 1959. Despite ranking second among Latin American countries, behind Brazil, the goal of being among the top 20 was out of reach, which leads to questioning the effectiveness of the current Cuban sports model. What is going wrong in Cuban sports? According to Francis Romero, a Cuban sports journalist, the problem is not necessarily economic but rather lies in an outdated system that has not adapted to the modern world. Romero criticizes the obstacles imposed by the Cuban government that prevent athletes from joining foreign clubs, limiting their development and international exposure. On the other hand, Alejandro Rodriguez, a sports journalist for Cuban state television, points out that the lack of medals in Paris was partly due to unforeseen circumstances and the loss of sure medals, but also highlights the need to seek new forms of financing for sports on the island. One of the most worrying phenomena that became evident in Paris 2024 is the talent drain. Several Cubans who competed under other flags achieved a total of 1 gold, 4 silver and 3 bronze medals. A notable example was the men's triple jump podium, where the 3 winners, representing Spain, Portugal and Italy, were of Cuban origin. This exodus of athletes highlights the limitations of the Cuban sports system and the urgent need for change. The Cuban government has acknowledged the challenges and adversities faced in Paris, including the nationalizations based on results that allow other countries to take advantage of Cuban talent. Although investment in sports has increased as evidenced by the 27% increase in the budget of the National Institute of Sports, Physical Education, and Recreation, the question remains, is it enough to stop the decline of Cuban sports? If significant changes are not made, we could see more failures in future international competitions. Cuba's downfall at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games is a wake-up call for a country that was once a sporting powerhouse. Will Cuba be able to adapt to the new times and regain its place among the world's sporting elite? Stay informed about this and other crucial issues by subscribing to Global Update. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Thank you for joining us and see you next time.